Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. In this video, I am going to power on my new to me HP mid-tower desktop computer. So I have everything hooked up, and what I'm going to do now is power it on, and we're going to see what is on it, if anything. There we go. Since it enter hibernation mode. So what this is basically the computer hibernates, and basically what happens is it's like a free state of your system. Sleeping is when it goes to sleep. Hibernate, what it does is basically your computer's turned off, but it stops it at time. So let's say it's 11 o'clock, you put it into hibernate mode. Basically, your computer is frozen in time. So it says delete restoration data, proceed to system boot menu. So I'm going to click that. So this is running Windows 7. Like it said on the bottom when you saw me. Excuse me. When you saw me doing stuff here. Alright, so I'm going to skip the disk checking, and we are going to see what's on here. So this computer boots, so that's good, because when I did something, when I went to go pick it up, it was running, but there was nothing on the monitor. So what I'm thinking is the monitor that I also got has a problem with the backlit LED. So if that's the case, then what I could do is I could take it apart and I can mess with it and do other things and try to do it and all that. Oh, I don't have network plugged in right at this moment. I should. So let me grab the Ethernet cable and plug that in. Alright, there we go. We have network. So now that the computer has network, it should download the updates. So it does boot. So now what I have to do is I'm going to have to go in to there with a password removal tool and remove the password, so that way I can get into the operating system itself. So, but for purposes of this video, let's see what's in the BIOS. and we'll see what that is. So this computer actually boots, and it boots up quite well. I will be adding more memory. I am going to make this computer my second testing station. And the reason I'm doing that is because I want something that I could do modern day stuff on with ease. Because what's happening with this machine, the E machine, is it's not doing what it's supposed to do. Unfortunately, that's a little older computer. So basically, testing station 1 is going to stay the same. Testing station 2 will be the HP. I don't know what I'm going to do with the E-machine yet. I'll figure out something. I might turn it into a Linux box. I don't know. So I'll figure that out. All right, I'm going to do a hard restart. Okay. I will be replacing the power supply with a more powerful one. All right, so we are in the BIOS. So here's what this computer recognizes. Okay, so you have main, you have advanced, you have power, you have boot. So basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over to advance, and it's a SATA controller 1, enabled SATA controller mode RAID, which means when you saw those different color SATA ports on the previous video, RAID, which means what it is basically you have RAID 1, you have RAID 0, you have RAID 1, 3, 5, and 10 if I remember some of them, but I don't remember all of them. So basically what happens with that is basically, let's say you have 3 drives running at once. One drive dies. So what you do is you take that drive out, put a new one in, power the system on, and that drive the other drives will rebuild the database. When it's sort of like when you, I know it's not the same, but with the PS4, when I did those videos and it said rebuilding database, that's exactly what's happening. So that's in the advanced. You have power. You have power after AC failure. Now here's what that is good for. When you go into an arcade, a lot of those games run standard Dell Optiplexes with specialized cards and dongles and all that. In their BIOS, it's set to, after AC power failure, they keep that stay on. So the minute power hits the power supply, the system boots. You have WL in S5, which is disabled, and X, which is no execute, obviously. It tells you right there, but that's a sign when, one of the first signs I learned when messing with computers, virtualization technology disabled, so I could do virtual things with this machine. We go to boot, boot device priority. We're going to enable boot device. So I have options. Main. So I have a Western Digital, which is what you saw. The third drive is an HP DVD RW, which stands for DVD writable, rewritable drive, which I'm going to swap that out for the Blu-ray that was connected to the E-machine. This has a floppy diskette not installed. The time is still correct. So, and the previous owner who was not a computer person did the right thing and put a password on their system. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to basically see if there's data. I'm not going to show that on film because that is a privacy thing. Don't want to get in trouble for that. That's when you're making videos, if you find something of the previous owners on here, do not put that on video because that is an integrity issue for yourself. So don't do that. So this is basically it. So this computer does run. I will have to get into the user account in Windows. So that way, if there's data, I can back it up and give it back to the previous person who owned the machine. So, anyway, with that said, that is it for this video. Please comment, like, subscribe, and click that bell for more notifications.